session, we're going to take a detailed look at the brain, examining the science that drives willpower, the concept of ego depletion, and how our habits can either help or hinder our self-control habits. The brain rules and willpower. Think of willpower as a muscle. Just like our biceps or quads, it can get tired with overuse. The part of the brain responsible for willpower is the prefrontal cortex. This area is like the brain's command center, handling decision-making, planning, and impulse control. When we use the willpower to resist temptations or make difficult choices, the prefrontal cortex works really hard. But like any muscle, it can fatigue, leading to a phenomenon called ego depletion. At the heart of willpower lies the prefrontal cortex, the brain's executive control center. This region, located at the front of the brain, plays a pivotal role in a range of higher-order cognitive functions, which are listed just as follows. One of its main functions is decision-making. The prefrontal cortex evaluates the options, weighs potential outcomes, and guides us towards the choices that align with our goals. Planning is another important role of the prefrontal cortex. This region helps us formulate the strategies, set priorities, and anticipate future challenges. The prefrontal cortex also acts as a brake on impulsive behaviors, allowing us to delay the gratification and resist the immediate temptations in favor of the long-term rewards. Lastly, the prefrontal cortex retains memory. This function enables us to hold information in mind temporarily, a crucial aspect of the complex decision-making and problem-solving. When we exercise willpower, the prefrontal cortex works tirelessly, coordinating the neural activity across different brain regions in order to maintain the focus, suppress the distractions, and override the automatic impulses. However, like any other part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex relies on a finite supply of energy resources. Ego depletion. Ego depletion is the idea that our willpower is a finite resource. After we have exerted self-control in one area, we may have less of it available for subsequent challenges. Imagine you have spent the morning resisting the sugary snacks at work. By the time evening rolls around, you might find it harder to resist ordering pizza for dinner. This is because your willpower muscle has been working overtime and needs time to recover. The good news is that willpower can be strengthened over time. Just as the regular exercise builds the physical strength, practicing the self-control in small ways can gradually increase your overall willpower capacity. It's like training for a marathon. You start with short runs and gradually build up your endurance. Habits, the autopilot of our lives. Habits are deeply ingrained patterns of our behavior that we perform almost automatically. They can be both our allies and our enemies when it comes to self-control. Good habits like brushing your teeth every morning or packing a healthy lunch can save us from having to make decisions about these things every day, freeing up our willpower for the upcoming challenges. Whereas, on the other hand, bad habits like mindlessly scrolling through social media or reaching for junk food when stressed can sabotage our self-control efforts. When we recognize that willpower is a limited resource, we can be strategic about how we use it. We can choose to either automate the positive behaviors and conserve our willpower for when we need it most. And by understanding the concept of ego depletion, we can be compassionate with ourselves when we slip up, knowing that our willpower reserves can be replenished with rest and practice. We can be kind to ourselves when we slip up, understanding that willpower is like a muscle that can be rested and trained. Self-control isn't about being perfect, it's about making progress. We can take proactive steps to strengthen our self-control and achieve our goals by understanding the science that underlies it.